The same people lecturing you about the killing of Alex Pretti for exercising the First Amendment right are the same people who are mocking and celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, for exercising his First Amendment rights. All of a sudden, they have become Second Amendment and First Amendment pro advocates. When a couple of months ago, they care nothing for it, as you can remember. Remember Kyle Rittenhouse, how they said, why did he bring an AR to that situation? He put himself in that situation. These are the same people that are now telling you that Alex Pretti, rightfully so, had a Second Amendment right to carry his weapon while protesting. Protesting, we can debate that topic because what they're doing is not a protest, it's an uprising. We all know that. This has nothing to do with migrants. This has nothing to do with freedoms. This has nothing to do with ICE targeted enforcement. This is all the revolution. This is all communist tactics in the end of the day. Ever notice that the people who are most affected by targeted by ICE enforcement are not out there protesting or uprising, for lack of a better term? You don't see any Somalis out there. As a matter of fact, you don't see any minorities. Last I checked, ICE was not removing white liberals. That's all you seem to see there. But yet and still, they want to lead you to believe that this is somehow about ICE immigration enforcement. Nothing to do with it. It's all a fraud. This is all a deflection tactic by the Minnesota leadership and the communist group that they fund, because Matt Walsh did an expose in one of his episodes a couple episodes ago, which he completely exposed the network of insurrection that they have in Minnesota.
The state government. So you see where this is going. This is how it works. Taxpayers fund the government of Minnesota. In turn, the government of Minnesota funds a nondescript generic nonprofit called MN350, which promises to save the environment or whatever. And then in turn, MN350 gives a large sum of money to another random nonprofit, which turns out to be a communist front group. What they want their comrades to do. Normally, they request mob action. That's what my producer saw last night, for example. Take a look at this screenshot. So the address is provided, and somebody immediately responds, "We're 8 blocks away, heading there now." And somebody states at the same time, "I'm there, MPD has someone pulled over." After a brief bit of panic, where they wonder if Minnesota police officers are cooperating with ICE, the communists realize that the situation has nothing to do with immigration enforcement, and they disperse.
Walsh went into detail as to how even from taxpayer-funded groups are being put together in Minnesota to accomplish the goals. Tim Walz is out there, and the mayor of Minneapolis is out there promoting this sort of behavior and getting people killed. That's who's really responsible for everything that's going on. Because in the end of the day, ICE is removing a large demographic that they count on to hold on to power. You think that if they removed a bunch of Somalis from Minneapolis, Jacob Fry is simply going to go somewhere and dance and eat rice and bananas and get elected? He's going to have to go out there and do some real work. Now all he does is get on his knees and pander to minorities, and he's elected. You really think it's in his best interest for ICE to remove that demographic that he counts on to stay in power? That's why, again, what you see there, protesting and advocating, is nothing but white liberals. It makes you wonder why the people who are deeply affected are not out there acting a fool. Because this has nothing to do with that. This has to do with the bigger picture of immigration enforcement and this whole topic in the nation altogether. That it all has to do with a demographic that Democrats or the street communists count on to retain onto power. And this is what it's all about. It has nothing to do with the Second Amendment or First Amendment. Yes, they cherry pick the Constitution when it serves to a means for their communist revolution. That's when they're going to cite the Constitution all day. If not, they would not be saying a damn thing about the First or the Second Amendment. As a matter of fact, if you can remember, not too long ago, they wanted to abolish the Second Amendment. They want a stricter gun control. But all of a sudden, we're supposed to believe that they care about the Second Amendment and people's constitutional rights to carry and bear firearms. all of a sudden they became Brandon Herrera and Colin Honor. This is freaking absolutely comical for them to take this position. And I'm not buying it. I'm not playing this stupid game with you. You are the people, again, I'm going to reiterate it, they were celebrating a man's death for exercising his First Amendment, peacefully assembling, not rioting, not interfering with law enforcement, peacefully assembling in a college campus and got his neck blown off by one of you all. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Anyway, that's just a quick thought. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content.